In today's video, I'm giving you an update to my new eBay account for 2020, the one that we are scaling from $0 to $10,000 revenue per month. Let's jump into it. All right, welcome back. I have not made an update video since the first video that I uploaded about this. This is the video series where I take my brand new eBay account, I list things on it, and then work throughout the year to try to get this eBay account to $10,000 revenue per month. That goal was initially set for the first week of July to try to get it from 0 to 10K revenue per month in 7 months. I am giving myself grace and I'm giving myself some leeway on that because of the whole quarantine thing and people losing their job and unemployment and all this stuff. Sales have slowed down a little bit. They slowed down for about a week, and then I've noticed them starting to pick back up. But with that being said, let's jump into my seller hub, and we will see what we've got with this particular eBay account. Now, like I said, I have other eBay accounts, and I also sell on Poshmark. So this is not all revenue, but I'm just trying to get this one account. I'm trying to breathe life into this one account and get it to that 10K revenue per month. And so let's check it out. You can see right here, we have 26 feedback. I like starting with that, slowly but surely picking up feedback. I did get one negative feedback, and I want to jump the video right off with that one negative feedback, and we're gonna dive into this. If you look over here, I will actually go to the feedback section. I will open that up, and you can see I've got 27 total positive, and I've got one negative. And here is that feedback. This person said, you misrepresented the item. It had lots of wear and tear and has odor. This is bad. This was a Relic by Fossil floral multicolored leather shoulder bag. I picked this up from the Goodwill outlet for a couple bucks, and I sold it for 25. And the thing with this bag is I put in the photos that first off, there was no actual tear on it anywhere, but there was some wear on the bottom corners where the leather dye had faded. I took many photos of those areas and put that in the listing. Apparently this lady did not, she either did not look at the photos or she didn't think the photos were that bad, and then in real life it seemed worse to her. In any event, there was no smell. I actually disinfect and then deodorize all of everything that I sell. Nothing goes out of my house with any sort of smell. So I don't know why she's saying that there's a smell. However, when she did file a request for return, she initially put in, just don't want it. So I denied that return. I'm not gonna return something just because you don't want it. Then she came back with this whole thing about, oh, there's wear and tear and there's a smell. I contacted eBay, and I called them and said, hey, look, here's the listing. They checked it out. They're like, yeah, you absolutely showed all of the areas where it's worn, took plenty of pictures, and they said, you're not at fault. However, we cannot remove this feedback for whatever reason. They said this is how the buyer actually feels, and since they're keeping the item, they will have to leave the feedback up there. So they said what you should do is go into the feedback response and then leave a response in there about the item. And so this is what I put: listing stated / showed the areas of wear. eBay confirmed seller was not at fault, which is true. I then did report this buyer for leaving inaccurate review. I don't remember, it was a while ago. Anyways, that's what I did. This kind of thing, I think it just happens. However, I have adjusted my best practices since then. Now, I have returns open for all buyers for 30 days. And but going with that, the buyer has to pay the return shipping. So they can return something within 30 days if they're not happy. I'll give them that. But they're going to give something in return for that, and that is they're going to pay the shipping to return it. So have not had any returns since I've implemented that practice into the business. However, I feel like maybe that will encourage more sales to come through the door. Even more now, I'm more careful about ensuring that everything is shipshape before it goes out the door. And I'm triple and quadruple checking myself before anything gets purchased, listed, sold, or shipped. Just checking everything, checking it twice, checking it 3 times. Yeah, so that's a new thing. So I am doing returns. Returns are allowed. They just have to pay for them. You can see some of these other feedback. Excellent buy. You're the best. We'll definitely buy again. Easy transaction. Awesome seller. Thanks. Nice shoes. Would buy from again. Perfect. Love it. Fast shipping. Thanks. eBay like it should be. So, yeah, that's good. Kind of cool. All right, so let's go back to the Seller Hub. I know that most of you are probably very interested in this section right here, and so let's talk the numbers. Today we've sold $21 here on eBay. It's a little bit light. I did sell a pair of shoes on Poshmark. I sold this pair of shoes for $49. I paid $2 for them. They're a pair of all white Doc Martens, and so it's still a good sale. Just kind of bummed out that it wasn't on eBay because I'm really, really focusing on building this eBay account to the 10K mark. That would have, done something. That would have pushed a little bit harder for me. Today, $21. Last 7 days, $272. Last 31 days, $1,031. And then the last 90 days, $2,560. I have this spreadsheet that I use to track my numbers. This is a Google sheet that I set up. It gives the date where I update things, so I updated it today. Today is April 2nd. Today's the 2nd, not the 1st. Let me correct this. Active items, when I set this up, is 152. Sold items, 65. Total out of that was 217. And then simply divide the 65 by 217. That gives me a number, and then I divide that by 3 because that gives me the 90-day, right? Because 65 items sold was in 90 days. And so I want to break that down into a 30-day average. So we're seeing 9.98% sell-through rate per month currently for the last 3 months. That moved from 13.2% to 10.7 to now 9.98. So a very, very minimal shift in the past 2 weeks. Active value, so the value of all of the items on my account is now 5,000. The first time I did this in February, it was 2,800. Then in March, 4,200, and now 5,000. I've not been listing as many things per day as I really need to be or want to be. And the reason for that is I have a limited amount of stuff here in my home that I can actually list. My money pile is dwindling, which is kind of good. But at the same time, eBay, Poshmark, all these sites, they want to see consistency. And so without being able to go source, if I burn through all of my listing, then it will seem, once that's done, it'll seem inconsistent because I will stop listing because there's nothing else to list. Hope that makes sense. So yeah, 7-day revenue is 251. You can see the last time I updated this, it was 410. That was when I had a couple $100 sales. And so that kind of went down a little bit. I also feel like that went down a touch because of the whole like people getting laid off, unemployment, not as many people buying right now. 31-day revenue is also down a touch, 1,000 versus the 1,200 before that. And then the 90 days is up. So that's pretty cool. It was 1,600 in February, 2,300 in March, 2,500 on April 2nd. Yes. Let's go back to the overview. I did list, I think, 10 items today. I've got 1 item waiting to be shipped. They just paid for that recently, and so that'll get shipped today. You can see down here, there's actually, since I updated that spreadsheet, I now have 161 items listed. I've not updated it with today's sale so far. There's a couple underperforming. I'll fix those. And yeah, overall, slow growth, but still above standard. It's still showing this late shipment rate for, that was there the last time when I made the first video about how I'm taking my account from 0 to 10,000. I don't know why it's still saying 4. Tracking uploaded on time and validated. I think that's the same number as the last video. In any event, not a whole lot has changed. A little bit has, not a ton. You can see over here, I'm really grateful for this. Promotional offers, 50,000 fixed priced listings. I've used 16 of my 50,000. Probably not going to hit 50,000, but it's nice that it's there. And then as a bonus, if I were to hit that 50,000, I have another 200 down here that I could activate that will be ending on April 30th, the same end date as that other 50,000. So slow movement, but it is forward progress. We haven't stopped and we're not backing up. So I'm excited about that. Really quick, I'm going to show you how I am now photographing my listings. I feel like it is making a difference. Everything is much more cohesive as of lately for if people like go in and check out my actual store. You can see some of my items here. You've got this brown background and you've got the white background and shoes this way, shoes that way. And that kind of started irritating me after a while. And so what I did is, if you look at time left, so we'll sort from the most recent item listed. I guess it would be most recent, yeah. You could see all of the shoes face the same direction. They're on an all white background. Got some books in there that I found that I had in storage. And then, yeah, all the shoes go the same way. These are some older listings that renewed and just not feeling that dark color. But then you get back to the white background and it's very fresh kind of thing. Got some old clothes in here that I'm going to have to update those listings as well. But yeah, the new layout for especially shoes being all white background is really working for me. Hey guys, before I get out of here, I just want to say thank you for watching this video. I hope you got something out of it. Be sure to hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm to help boost this video higher in the search results for other people to find. Also, if you're not already subscribed, consider subscribing and clicking that notification bell and selecting all so that you'll be notified when I upload again. All of that being said, as always, keep selling, get the bag, and I'll see you on the next video.